speaking of tough, this period that you're going through right now is really difficult because you're playing every other day and a lot of competition. It's really strange.
Yeah, it's a tough little stretch, and then after that, the gift we get is a break and then a 7-game road trip. So I don't know. I just think that's how the season is with everyone. When you go into a season, I think you should look at it as a grind, and that it's going to be hard, and you're going to go through tough stretches, and so is every other team at some point, and you really don't care about it that much. You just accept it as part of the process.
Do you ever worry about the dynamic of a player playing against his former team for the first time, like Jared is tonight, and that's
Yeah, I don't worry about it. Usually, both guys want to get back at their team, even though they like their team. Glad loved it here and Doug loved it in Phoenix. Having said that, it's that competitive part of each athlete that makes them who they are, and it tends to go well for both usually. So we're hoping it goes well for Doug and not for Bled, but it's no doubt that your energy is flowing high when you play. I've had a couple of those games as a player, and you want to play well. I can tell you that.
When you coach, Alvin is now an assistant coach, but he did coach the team that fired him.
Yeah, but he can't score. He couldn't score. He couldn't score when he was young. So, as a coach, you just can't do it. You want to win the game now. Don't get me wrong. You face your old team, Orlando and Boston, for me, and you want to win the game. But you also know you have no control over that one. You hope, and in Alvin's case, you hope that the players sense that and they want to win it for him. But I've never heard a player win one for the coach speech yet. So who knows?
When you got hired, you said at the time that you didn't want to trade Bledsoe.
No.
He was somebody that you kind of.
I really liked him. I thought he fit a lot of the stuff that I do, especially defensively. But I also, after sitting down and looking at our books, and you got to try to look at your value. If you don't think you're going to keep a guy, when is his value the highest? And then you have to look at your team and try to figure out what helps your team in the long run. We clearly lost in the playoffs because we lacked shooting, not because we lacked athleticism. And so all those things had to go into that very difficult choice.
Had he outgrown kind of being a backup point guard?
He was ready to be a starter. There's no doubt. We only really had one talk, and then I talked to his representatives. They made that very clear. And if it wasn't starting, he was playing a lot of minutes. That could have happened here. I just didn't know if it was going to happen here. And I don't know if he would have been happy or not. I think he's a great kid, from what I hear. I think he would have handled it, but it would have been no fun.
Doc, how concerned are you of the fast break points these Suns put up?
Very. I'm concerned about that every night, to be honest. And when you're playing the team that leads the league in fast break points, in some ways defensively it kind of helps you because if you can take that away from them, then it really hurts them. When you take, Utah the other night, they're last in fast break points. So when you take their fast break points away, it really doesn't do anything because they don't get that anyway. But tonight, if you can be successful at all in taking that away, it affects the way they play.
Do you remember from your past as a player, coach, a team like this where they have 2 point guards that they've decided to play together? And just
Yeah, I like it. I've always liked it. Listen, I don't think either one's a pure point. I think both are more 1-2. And, it's kind of a nice mix. I like when teams do it instead of saying, well, we have to have a 1, we have to have a 2. I love it because it allows you to, it's rare when you can outlet the ball left or right and it's the same action. They have the ability to do that. There's probably 3 or 4 other teams. The other team, surprisingly, even though it's Miami, they have 3 guys when you think about it: Chalmers, LeBron, or Wade, and any of them bringing the ball up, and that makes it really hard to load your defense because you don't know where to load at, and I think that's what makes them so good.
Will the Bledsoe trade be graded on how you guys do in the playoffs? I mean, if Sherry and JJ play well then, is that how you
I guess.
Judge a trade?
Yeah, I judge a trade by how it helps the team, and I'll let everybody else do the grading and all that stuff, so I don't think about it that much, to be honest. Once you do it, you do it. You know, like Chuck Daly always said, everything you do, you have a 50-50 chance of it working. So you just move on. Now, that's how I always look at it, and I think it'll be a great trade for us, but I think it'll be a great trade for them as well.
You guys are 6-2 since Jamal started, has been in the starting lineup. If you guys keep winning, would you consider keeping him there?
Yeah, you would, but I doubt it. I thought we were pretty good before JJ went out too. You know, so you can throw out the current number, but then look at our record with JJ. It was pretty good as well. So, and I think what it does, it makes you more versatile. You know, you got Jamal coming off the bench or JJ, you're good. And the thing about both of those guys coming into the season, they knew that they were going to split minutes. So I don't think either one cares where the other one's at. I think Jamal prefers to come off the bench. What he's doing for us has been great, though. Thank you, guys. This was terrific.